and welcome to Hearth and Hammer. We are a family-friendly D&D show, and we are super excited that you are joining us today. We hope that you are having a fantastic week. And whether you're joining us live, watching the videos on YouTube, or listening to the podcast, thanks for joining us. We're happy to share this adventure with you, and we hope that you enjoy it. Tonight, sadly, once again, we are without our bard. Austin is feeling a little sick, so be thinking and praying about him to get better, he and his family. And but we are going to power through because we're in episode 25. And
25!
We've got some fun stuff. Not all the fun things, but we've got some fun things. We are going to also have some fun things coming up in not too distant future episodes, which is going to be exciting. Maybe even some giveaways. So be following us for that. And make sure you follow on the podcast. If you don't know where to find us, go to anchor.fm/hearthandhammer. Also, live streams are on Tuesdays at about 9, but really it's like 9:15. Because we're always a little behind, but today it's Austin's fault because we actually were waiting for him and then he was sick. So
yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, Austin, feel free to defend yourself if
you're here, Austin, you can defend yourself.
Yeah.
He's not here. Instead, we have a lovely picture of my dogs, which have become the substitute for anyone who is sick. The larger Australian Shepherd-looking dog is Reese, and the smaller black dog is Draper. So, all right. Also, don't forget to go check out monumentstudios.net because we love them. They're amazing. They have amazing music. They just put out a huge update for their music. They also put out a sci-fi update with like 5 gig of music and sound effects. And if you are looking for music and sound effects for $5 a month, they have the best selection with an incredible mixer app where you can set the volumes and everything. It's incredible, seriously. And it's only 2 people. They're doing fantastic work over there. But you should definitely check it out. Also, their all-in-one bundle is like 70% off pretty much all the time. It's insanely worth it. So, because not only do you get everything they have now, but you get everything that they put out later, which is fantastic. So, with that, I think we're about ready to get into tonight's episode. So let's go to our video, our little ring intro video. And we'd love for you to join us by the hearth as we forge a new adventure. All right. So last time on Hearth and Hammer, the heroes awoke in their new mountain home, refreshed, and started making it their own. Theoden and Pete made fast friends with the cooks, and the crew enjoyed a hearty breakfast. Rowan arranged to discreetly drop off the stolen gun parts at the Firemark facility with his contact, Tanbar Lernsdell. When they arrived, they were met not only by Tanbar, but by Nima as well, who accompanied her friend Tanbar. She gave them news of the town and informed them that they had captured an insider in the Firemark facility that had previous ties to their former foe, Stallmast. While they spoke with the 2 gnomes, the Starosta, Emma Zesbach herself, walked out from the loading dock and congratulated them on bringing the stolen parts home. She rewarded them for their efforts and invited them to question the caught insider, as they'd not made much headway. The heroes then returned to their haven to rest and prepare for the next day's interrogation. So, everyone went back to the hero's haven until you decided to change the name, and rested, confident knowing that you had returned to the goods, flush with gold and gems, and prepared yourself, maybe prepared any spells or, prepared mentally for the next day for interrogating the insider. Make sure that you have marked off a long rest if you have not done so. If you need to manage any spells, do that now as well.
Working on that.
Never know what might come in handy when questioning a prisoner.
Oh, I think tell me the truth will work pretty well. Yeah. That old spell.
Indeed.
Just like to remind people, they have handy tools. All right. So, 1 second. I need to pull up something that got shut down because I also restarted my computer. Okay.
Reborn,
So-
we can't hear you if you're talking.
Nope, we can't.
I knew you couldn't.
Okay, just making sure.
Sorry, no, my kids are running. You're talking to me.
Okay. So, you awake, refreshed, and is there anything anyone else would like to do for the day before you're supposed to be at the prison?
I'm gonna do.
Good.
I'm gonna do my 4-hour trance, and then I'm gonna wake up and continue working on the leather project I'm working on.
Okay. Go ahead and mark another 4 hours down on that. We'll say for the sake because we didn't talk about it last time, we'll say once you get to 20 hours, you'll be able to complete that. So
Okay, how many hours had I worked on it?
you did 4 the night before, or maybe less. I'd say you probably have about 8 hours. So
Okay.
Almost done.
because you didn't really start, you took measurements of the gun on the road, but you didn't really start until you got here. So
And Jace wakes up and spends some time in prayer, like he does every morning.
okay.
What time did we have to go to the jail?
She just invited you to come sometime the next morning.
Gotcha.
Really having to think through what kind of interrogator Pete is.
I'm probably just gonna get up and go to the kitchen.
Okay. So Theoden wanders into the kitchen, and here's here's the fire, here's the pots and pans, and like the grease popping and sizzling of cooking meat and eggs, and the fresh smell of bread from the kitchen. You come around the corner and you see Garner and Gimmond, both working away there behind. You come around the corner and you see there's that long bar there, and they're working away, and they're just concentrating. You hear Gimmond is kind of humming under his breath, kind of as he's working, helping his master, and Gimmond sees you come and stops humming and goes, Master. And Garner turns and says, Oi, Master Theoden, how are you doing today?
Aye, fine, lads. I'm doing great. I get to see your beautiful faces this morning and hopefully the beautiful fruits of your labors.
Oh, you're in luck. We have quite a delicious treat for you today. I'm not going to be honest, I have a whole week of special meals prepared, so...
Oh, I won't tell Pete.
Okay, well, I mean, it's up to you. But today we have these flapjacks. Some call them cakes, if you will.
Oh, do you
and,
make them in a pan?
We do. Actually, no,
Aye.
we do it on a griddle.
So griddle
But
cakes.
griddle cakes, yes.
Ah.
But we've got some delicious syrup here, and we've got some bacon and some ham, of course, and some eggs.
Bacon.
And we've got your choice of your morning beverages here. And he pulls it out and plops it down. It's already ready to go.
Yeah, you guys know me too well already. All right. I'm going to take it that Pete's probably already in his garden tilling around in dirt and whatnot. So go ahead and give me another one to go, and I'll drop it off with Pete.
All right, here you are. And he again, he takes some of the fresh, bacon and stuff and puts it on the plate, slides it over to you.
And I'm gonna grab both plates and both drinks. I'm gonna
Okay.
walk towards the big garden area.
Sure. Okay. Pete, what are you doing?
I have been thinking through the spells that I know and thinking about, well, we're going to go interrogate somebody, right? So I'm going through my plants and looking for the most poisonous ones right now,
All right.
the most toxic to humanoids.
So are you
Okay.
in the garden?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in and be like, "Oh, Pete, it's 2-plate Tuesday. They give me 2. You gotta go get them before they're out. I don't know. You better be Jace."
Too late.
We have Tuesdays in Exandria.
I don't think so.
All right. What? What's
Pretty
a
sure the
Tuesday?
days-
I don't know. They told me it. They handed me 2 plates. Go get your food. And I'm
No,
gonna
that's
sit down
fine.
and I'm gonna sit down and start gobbling up both plates.
Might as well, right?
I'll go jog down the hallway, get my
Okay.
own, and say,
You come around the corner and Garner and Gimmond are talking and they're preparing other stuff and he says, "Oh, there you are, laddie. What will it be for you? Are you needing some more victuals to this morning?"
I'm always going to need more. You might as well get used to that. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right. So he gets a whole nother plate full and slides it over. And you notice at this point too, as you come around the corner, you hear a little fluttering by you, and you hear kind of feel Anwin land on your shoulder, and she says, "Pete, are these nice people?"
Oh, yeah, I think so. You see, look at my plate of food. What do you think?
Okay. I think I want to say hi.
Do it.
She's okay. And then all of a sudden she appears beside you and she says, "Hello." And Garner kind of he doesn't react quite as taken aback. He's a little surprised, but his apprentice Gimmond is you hear this clang 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 as he drops a pan and he's like, "Oh my goodness, there's a pixie." And she says, "Oh yes." She says, "Thank you all for your delicious food. It's so good." And Garner says, "Well, I appreciate it, and those are high words coming from one of the Fae." And she says, "Well, thank you." And then she just disappears again. Just a little introduction goes off so that she's trying to get more comfortable, around other people in the haven here. But you hear a whisper in your ear, "Give me some food."
She's a little bit shy. Can I have a smaller? Can I have either a little bit more food or like a small saucer or something?
Well,
full of whatever
absolutely.
you've got?
And so he reaches over and he grabs like a little like a teacup saucer, puts a little bit of everything, breaks some of the bread and some of the bacon and other stuff in half and puts it on the plate for you and hands it to you too. So
Thank you. Take that one. I go trotting back down the hallway.
all
to my
right, so you're
bench.
back in your garden and you're thinking over your plants, what you have and everything. So you notice again this morning it's lush and blooms are everywhere. Lee, what are you doing after everyone kind of gets up? You're also muted.
Muted.
Ah, shoot. I'm gonna keep working on my the sling.
Okay. So you work on it for how long? Like another couple hours, 4 hours?
Yeah, until we have to go.
Okay. So you keep working, and you all, again, it's you're not used to this luxury, almost, of having, all of you having been travelers, longtime travelers, and staying in inns of varying degree of, food quality and sleeping quality and having to watch out for yourselves. It's a little strange and a little comforting, though, in order to be here. You spend the rest of the morning. Is there anything anyone else would like to do?
After I finish up prayers, Jace will head out, grab some food and some coffee.
Okay. Easy enough. It's getting later in the morning since you went to your prayers first, but they greet you, and Gunnar says, "Oh, good to see you, Master Jace. Here is
morning.
your coffee, sir, and here's some breakfast we saved for you." And he slides a plate over. Slides a plate over, and you also hear about this time too. Rowan comes out, and he's like, "Oh." And he says,
"Come on over. The coffee's ready, buddy."
"Oh, yes. Oh, thank you very much. I'm very glad to have coffee." And he says, "I'm not going to lie. It's wonderful to sleep in a nice bed, more than once in one night in a row." He says,
"Indeed, it is."
"Oh, have you seen anyone else this morning?"
I've not. I just now came out, and they had the coffee ready, and food is delicious.
Oh, he says, "I'm sure."
I imagine Pete's over
He's
in his.
He's like talking, and he like kind of gives like a nod, and he says to Garner, he says, "Master Chef, I appreciate your good service." And as Garner's sliding a plate of food over to him, and he says, "Oh, I appreciate you all as well." And so he takes his stuff and says, Rowan says, "Well, shall we see if they're all in the garden? It seems to be the gathering spot."
I was actually just about to head that way. Let's go.
All right. So you head through, and you both head through the main corridor this time. And I don't know if you had walked through there before, but as you walk through the room that previously had been the main pathway to what is now the garden, you do come out into where there had been kind of like a double-doored section, and there had been these big steam vents in there. You kind of get the picture that not only was it exhaust from the machines that Stallmast was using, but it was also kind of a trap. But you notice now that those steam vents are capped off with only a little bit of steam coming in to where it's kind of like just kind of a nice, comfortable temperature in here. But in the very middle of it, you now see a fountain, and you see water bubbling up through this fountain. And it's just a simple, not too ornate fountain. And there's some benches in there, and you see there's a couple potted plants in there. Well, almost like a foyer if you were to have people over or something. And there's some natural light coming in. Like I said, they renovated the whole place with this kind of natural light using mirrors coming in through tunnels and stuff. So, but you walk through and you enter into the garden, and you find Theoden sitting at a bench with his legs hanging off, shoveling the food in. You find Pete, and who's also sitting, on the grass probably, and Anwin, who's perched up on the bench next to, like at the other, if Theoden's over here, like Anwin's over here, and Pete's over in the middle of the grass, and everyone's just kind of eating their food, hanging out. You see Lee over there.
Oh, friends, is this not the life? I feel far
Yes,
undeserving of this.
it is a bit weird.
I just nod as
It
I'm
is.
shoveling food into my mouth, both hands.
Third, and we can see your appreciation. You're wearing it on your face and a lot of your clothes.
All kinds of stuff matted in my beard. What?
So strange. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were just killing a guy in here, and now we live here.
Right? It is funny how the tables turn. The gods have shined upon us, yes.
So where they do it?
Well,
They did
I
a really
reckon
good
we,
job getting some of the bloodstains out. I'm not gonna lie.
It did. He did. My quarters are nearly blood-free. Nearly.
He did have the really bloody surgery room, so there's still a few. There's sand.
There's an odd odor, a little.
So.
But I guess I'm going to get me a cup of coffee to go, and I'll be ready to go head up an interrogation if you fellas are.
Do you have a plan going into this for what we're going to do?
I'm going to hit him.
Absolutely not.
Are we going to play good Crown's Guard, bad Crown's Guard? Are we going to...
I'm going to hit him.
I mean, I have ways to get the truth from people if necessary.
So do I. You hit him.
Are you bringing any extra chairs, or are you
I
expecting
can
to have
grab
those
a
there?
couple. I can grab a couple from the kitchen on our way out.
Let's
No,
not
no,
go
no, no,
smashing
no.
our
Not
stools.
our
Maybe
chairs.
grab
Oh.
some.
We like our chairs.
They've probably
Different
got
then.
some there in the jail.
That's probably true.
I'll tell them to
Indeed.
build Jace Faraday for it.
Oh, well, I suppose after our last payday, we could afford a few
That is
extra
your
chairs,
name, Cleric, right?
as far as you know.
All right, cool.
All right, so you guys kind of finish up and prepare to head out.
hmm
Okay.
Lee really wants to finish this project he's working on, but he really wants to know information too.
Let's say a little quiz.
So he's going to go ahead and go.
Okay. We'll say you get a total of you're at a total of 12 hours. So
Okay. Sounds good.
So Rowan, as you kind of put things away, Rowan's kind of like, "Oh, Lee, it's starting to come together there. That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
I look forward to testing it out. But shall we depart?"
I believe we
Aye.
shall.
Right.
Okay. Anwin kind of, does loops around everybody, and she's like, "All right, let's go." And she's super energetic and excited to be here. So you guys head down to town. Takes you.
I would love to see what you'd be like with some coffee. I feel like
Oh.
that would just be fantastic.
Oh,
Me?
I would love to try
Oh.
it sometime.
That would be great. Make that sure that's the night you spend the night with that.
I
So-
won't spend no night. No bloody pit.
So you begin heading down the mountain. You're quite familiar with it, and at this point, you also notice the road from the cave, while not obvious, especially in the mountain sections. It has been leveled and worked a little bit. Theoden, roll a perception check.
Oh. 8 plus 0.
You know
That
what?
will not be the dice I use.
I'm going to give you advantage.
Okay, I will use another one then. That is an 11 plus 0.
That's okay. All you needed was a 10, because
that will also
it's
not
something
be my
that's
dice.
very easy for you to notice. Is that it looks like parts of the path have been worked by dwarven hands. So you get the sense that they put a lot into
Is it
getting this
stonework?
go. It is a little bit of stonework. Yes, some of it
Because
has
I think
been
I
cleared.
get. Don't I get like a thing because of my stonework, whatever it is?
Well,
I don't know what I do.
get
As a mountain dwarf or a hill dwarf or whatever I am. Remember there's
you'll have to
something
look
I
that
get.
up, but
Oh, stone cutting. Whenever you make an intelligence or history check. Okay.
yes,
History check related to the origin of stonework.
right.
I'm
So
considered
you weren't looking for the
proficient.
origin, but that's also why I gave you advantage because I knew as a mountain dwarf, it would come pretty easy for you. So.
I would.
So, but yeah, you see
It's
that.
nice.
You
These-
also
these rocks
see.
they have here. They're nice.
You also see kind of those stone mile markers. Because it's it's probably about a half an hour, a little longer, walk from the mountain down to the city. So you make your way down. Do you head straight to the prison or anywhere else?
I did straight to the prison. I don't see unless you guys need to go somewhere else.
I would have taken whatever of those toxic plants I was talking about. Just some snippets of them.
Okay. All right. So you have your bag of toxic plants.
Just a wee little bit.
As we're walking down, I would make conversation. Friends, I've had a lot on my mind lately. What information are we trying to get from this gentleman?
Whatever he tells when we punch him.
All right. Anyone else?
So this was the person that stole the gunpowder from us, right? He's one of the people that helped in doing that, or is he one of the people that? No, he helped in smuggling.
He's the insider at the Firemark facility.
Firemark facility.
Yeah, you know that. You know that he's the one who basically helped get it out of the Firemark facility. So.
Okay. Well, if he did that and he had access to the blasting powder, I wonder if he's connected to that drow we've been after.
That is,
I think he is.
my thought as well.
So maybe he knows where he went or how he got explosive powder on one of those grab mechanisms, things like that.
Exactly.
So I don't know. As long as we follow that train of thought, that's what I'm going
All
for.
right.
Hey, we punch him.
All right, you punch him. Are we allowed to punch him? He's kind of guessing. All right. Well, we'll
figure that out when we get there.
Well,
We can
I
ask some
suppose.
ground rules.
All right. Ground rule: we do not kill him if he's incapacitated.
We can talk about it.
No, we can
All
talk
right.
about it in front of him if that's an interrogation.
That's
Aye,
fair. I
very
mean, that's
well.
wait, absolutely. Threaten to kill him all day long, and my hesitancy is in doing it.
That's fair. I agree with you on that.
We can talk it out.
All right. Look at us, getting along, having conversations.
Rowan, who's walking there beside you guys, is like, yeah, the guards and the Strosta may also have a problem with us killing someone in their prison.
I
Just
said
saying.
we could talk it out, Bard. Okay,
Oh,
I left
absolutely,
the door
absolutely.
open to not punch him the last time.
Absolutely. And you know what? Like Theoden, let's how about we escalate to punching rather than starting with it.
This is
Okay,
true.
I'll
This is
kick
a
him.
good strategy.
I'll kick him first and then punch him after.
Well, we can start with words. You know what? I'll tell you what, Theoden. I'll tell you what. You get one good hit first. Okay?
Let him know we mean business,
This
Bard.
is good. It's
right?
good strategy. Actually.
Just
Well,
walk in without saying anything and punch him. Let
just
him
to
know we're
loosen him
there.
up.
Exactly.
Just to loosen him up. And
Aye.
then
You're
we get
You're the bad god.
I'll be bad guys. Yeah.
Hold on, I've had an additional thought. What if I wait to come into the room until y'all say, "Get the bear" or something like that?
Get the
I
squirrel.
I do like where this is
The
going.
squirrel.
I can just wait outside and listen
Seems
until you say,
squirrel.
"Get the beast" or something like that, and I can wild shape into whatever it is that they say. For
Rowan
the most
Rowan thinks that he goes,
Whatever
or
we say.
we could just say something and then you could like teleport in with your Firefox there and just be all aflame. That could
Third
do-
looks
that could
really
work.
Could also,
lost.
that'd be
All
pretty
right.
cool, yeah.
Look,
Burden
Hear-
looks
hear me
really
out
lost
here.
and he says, or we could just punch him again.
Well, we're definitely
Hear
going to
me
do
out
that,
here.
Theoden. But we,
Ah.
everyone gets to participate.
All right.
Listen.
Oh, you want to punch him too?
You guys have not got to see Chewie in action. Listen, and when you turn him into a mouse, I'll just let Chewie down. It'll be incredibly entertaining.
Oh, Lord, your cat.
Chewie can beat up a mouse most of the time.
Rowan's
Well,
like, you know what? We don't have to include include him in this. It might be dangerous. He may have a shiv. I don't want Chewie to be shivved.
You do
It
love
probably-
Chewie. Here, you can have him.
No,
Here,
no,
Chewie.
keep him in your cloak. He's like, like dodging around Theoden.
I mean, I just ate breakfast, but I guess we'll go for second breakfast.
You stay.
Let me
you stay
have
away.
him.
You stay away.
Aye.
All right,
So-
Chewie. I will let you know if you're needed for this, and let him hop back in
Chewie's
his
like,
cloak, and he goes eagerly
Yeah.
after Thurden tries to eat him.
So you hear Anwin like zooming around, giggling as she listens to you, but also is just exploring, the woods around as you continue to walk. So you make your way down. You get into
How
the
far
city
of a walk
proper.
is this?
it, like I said, it probably takes you 30, 45 minutes. It's a few miles. Like I said, you see some kind of mile marker type, like little stone things that have lanterns on them that you notice. I mean, they're not lit. Obviously, it's the morning. It's the day. But they look like they have some sort of like built-in kind of, Like I said,
Illumination.
they did not spare expenses getting this hideout prepared for you guys. You get the sense that the
Because
guild,
we are the heroes of Upperduke, and they know.
and you get the
we
sense
are.
that the guild is making an investment.
At that time,
So-
I pat Rowan on the back, and I'm like, yeah, the heroes of Upperduke.
And he's like,
Aye.
oh, yes, indeed, the
Aye.
heroes of Haberduke.
Aye.
So you guys make it down and enter through the nearest gates. By this time, some of the guards recognize you and wave you in. And you start passing
friends?
through the markets there as you head towards the Gearhold prison that's on the south side of the city, of the lower part of the city. And you do make your way there. You are greeted by some of the guards there, and they say, "Greetings. What is your business today?"
Aye. We're here to punch a prisoner.
All right. Perhaps it doesn't have to come to that. We are here to speak with a prisoner on behalf of the Starosta.
Aye, whatever he said.
And he says,
We have a badge.
very, very well. And he does, as you kind of pull it out, he does kind of go, "Oh, yes, very well. She did tell us to expect you." So, and they open the door and let you in.
Of course she did. All right.
And so you make it into the prison.
I asked the guard as we pass by, are there any chairs inside?
And the guard's like, a few, maybe
Aye.
in the offices or something. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
He's like confused while you're asking him in hushed whispers for chairs.
The best part of Thurden's character at this point.
So yeah. So you guys walk in and head towards it. You see one of the warden actually. That I am having trouble finding his name. But you have the warden, and he says, "Oh, yes, right this way. The Starosta is already here and is down with the prisoner."
Has she already punched him?
Don't believe so, no.
Aye, good. She's saving it for me. All right.
I'm sure she is. And so she starts leading you down towards where the prisoner is held. You do get down there, and you see in one of the lower cells, you see a gnome who is chained to the wall. Not like up on the wall, but he's got the chains that kind of go through the manacles. They're through the wall where he can only get so far away from it. And you see the Starosta and another guard there, just outside the cage, or like the bars of the cell waiting. And he says, "Well," Starosta turns to you and says, "Good of you to arrive."
Is the cell open?
The cell is the cell's not open yet. So she says, "Let me get this for you. If you could be of service, we're trying to figure out if there are any other contacts that he may have here in the city. He's been rather tight-lipped, which is both impressive and annoying."
I know how to loosen lips.
To be fair, what are our restrictions here?
Is the door unlocked at this point?
Out?
No, it's not unlocked yet.
Oh, dang it. Jason's going to talk me out of getting to punch someone.
What exactly?
Jace,
what are our permissions to getting information out? How far is too far?
Well, don't kill him. But if you need to rough him up a bit, like I said, at this point he is considered a spy for the enemy.
There's a lot of wiggle room between where he is now and dead.
There is. Let's try to keep the cleanup at a minimum.
I like it.
Understood.
I like it.
We have already had our interrogators take a few cracks at him, and as you notice now, you do see he's got some bruises, and he's been definitely leaned into pretty hardly by some of the guards, but hasn't quite revealed very much yet. So you walk up, and she says, "All right, well, I will let you all in to talk with him. I will wait over here." And like I said, not only do we want to know if there's anyone else here in the city, but we definitely want to know if there's any other, maybe who his contact was with the dynasty. Although we suspect it also could have been that Goliath that we had captured those weeks ago. But yes, so just any information about it, any information about deliveries to the Kryn dynasty, any information would be helpful at this point.
Understood.
So with that, she reaches over and unlocks the door, swings it open.
As soon as
she unlocks the door, I'm gonna go past Darren with my
Both of you
50 feet of movement speed.
Both of you roll for dexterity check.
Oh, come on!
My movement speed is twice his movement speed.
Theoden's been at the door waiting. He was
have
like
to go around him.
It was
I've
like,
got a dirty
like
20, so
it was like Starosta and Theoden at the
I rolled
gate.
a 19 plus 1, so I've got a dirty 20.
Same. 16 plus 4.
Okay. All right. So the Starosta basically, is unlocking it, and Theoden is there already. But Lee, with your slender frame, you're able to kind of swoop in from the other side of her, and both of you enter at the same time. Just give me an initiative roll, both of you.
Come on.
No.
Just to see who goes
first.
first.
I'll take it. 18 plus 1, 19. Go on.
16 plus 4.
I hate
you. 2 16s in a row.
Okay. All right. So Lee, what do you do?
I want to go up to him and then hit him on the side of the head just with my karate chop right on the temple. And I'm going to use a key point and do stunning strike.
Okay, so you're gonna stun him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm not gonna make you roll to hit him because he's chained up at this point. So you hit him and he just like kind of goes dazed, in the chains there for a second, and he's like, kind of like, you can tell like his eyes are unfocused for a second, and he's like, previously he was looking at you, giving you all a dirty look as you were rushing in. He definitely was a little fearful as 2 people rushed into the cell to accost him.
right behind his karate chop just comes a massive dwarf hand just right across the side of the face going the
All
other way.
right, all right. So you both come in and just like, poof, poof, and he is like, oh, kind of thing. And while he's been interrogated and he's been questioned and he's been beaten, he hasn't been beaten with quite so much gusto, without any questions asked of him beforehand.
At this point,
as he's been hit
like
twice, I just leisurely kind of walk in. At this point,
he's willing to talk to Jace at this point.
Right.
Someone's got to be the good cop.
So Theoden, roll an intimidation check for me.
Okay. This
Does he get advantage?
Oh yeah, he'll have advantage.
I've got +5 in it too. So.
I am waiting outside for my cue.
Okay, all right.
Do you want me to roll something? I rolled a 19 +5, so 24. I can roll again if you want.
Perfect. Let's see.
Well, you could always roll.
That
a nat
might
20.
be that nat 20, dude.
No, it wasn't. It was a 4.
He clearly, as he comes out of his dazed stun, and he has a little bit of, a scrape from your gauntlet and a little bit of trickle from the ear where he was clapped in the side of the head. He sees you all again, and you kind of do the whole raise your fist, and he kind of flinches.
Hey, I do the blunt force. The monk will take you apart in pieces.
Rowan is by the door, just going.
All right.
He just doesn't say anything. Jace, what would you like to do?
Yeah, and I just walk up. As you can see, we're not really in the mood for talking or deception. What's your name?
He looks at you and he says, I don't need to give you my name.
All right. If that's the way you want to play this, please remember that the only thing we've been asked to do is not kill you. I'm a cleric. We can get you all the way to death, and I can bring you right back. And we can do that over and over.
I can even kill you, and he can
over
bring you back.
again.
Roll another intimidation check, Jace, with advantage.
Maybe a 13.
Okay. It's not difficult at this point. He kind of flinches at you a little bit, and but you do hear behind him though that Starosta kind of clears her throat and says, his name is Gazu.
Gazu,
She's like, and she says, Gazu, seriously, we know who you are. We know most about your entire life, other than the fact that we just need this information about Stalmest and the dynasty. Have some dignity, man.
all right. Well, let's get this over with before my friends have to beat you and I have to use up all of my healing today. And at this point, I just cast Zone of Truth over him.
Oh, I prepared it too. I was about to do the same thing while you were questioning him.
All right. So, Jace, what does it look like when you reach out and cast this?
Yeah, so as I'm just kind of saying, let's just get this over with. I just kind of give a flick of my hand, and like sort of a white aura kind of comes around him, and he can feel that he can't deceive me.
None of us can. We're all within that 60-foot range.
I'm not.
Well, I mean, it's where you want to place it.
Yeah.
So,
I put it right on him.
Yeah. So it for the intents purposes of this, it will be just kind of centered around, kind of spherically around that section of the cell.
So not on Rowan?
Not on Rowan.
It's just 15 foot off of him. It's a 15-foot radius.
I was going to ask him how he actually felt about the cat.
Yes.
Okay.
And so as I cast this spell, I say, what is your connection to the Kryn dynasty?
He kind of looks at you and kind of grits his teeth a little bit, and he says, well, hold on. Let's Let's see what he says. Oh. That's a natural 1.
Oh,
So he said
he bears his soul.
he's like
I get his mama's maiden name at this point.
he kind of sighs, and just you get the sense that he's been holding out, for the Starosta, against the Starosta and her guards, and that just the the harsh beating and stunning, followed by just the total recognition that he's at the end, like he has nothing left. He just kind of you can tell he just kind of sags in the chains. He says, well, I don't really have a connection with the dynasty other than through Stallmast. As you know, Stallmast and I are 4th cousins, twice removed on his mother's side. And we used to be fast friends, and well, he kind of convinced me that this was his right as someone who was slighted, and I didn't disagree. I felt that he was treated pretty wrongly. But there was also some good money in it, and so we started funneling out the just at first it was just the blasting powder, and then we gained access to the gun parts, and when we did that, Stallmast told me about his connection with the dynasty, which was one of those dark elves. He didn't talk to me very much. I didn't really talk with anyone except for Stallmast, but it was the one time that I visited him, it was just a little creepy, that drow. Kind of just, like I said, just his whole dark complexion just kind of freaked me out. He also just, the way he talked and I'm not necessarily a fan of the dynasty, mind you. I just, it works tough, and I kind of lost some money. And he kind of rambles for a bit, and then he, says, so the drow, that dark elf
Tell me
fella.
about the drow.
Well, let me think. What was his name? And you kind of see him thinking about it for a second. He says, had a kind of funny name there. Let's see. I'm trying to remember it. Kind of.
I punch him.
Do you punch him again?
I punch him
says,
again.
All right. He says, "Ow, you don't have to do that."
You better come up with a name soon. My
I would
patience
also
is
I
thin.
think
suggest
it was. I think it was Ishel.
Issue. Issue
Mhm.
what?
I just know as Ishel. And it's Ishel. He was an ambassador from the dynasty, and he's the one that brought the kobolds to work for Stallmast.
That's where Scrit went, boys.
Do you still have a way to contact Issue?
Oh no, he wasn't my contact. I was Stallmast's contact. Well, that and then there was this really tall lady as well.
Yes.
But
We're familiar with her.
yeah. We I didn't talk with Ishel very much, but
How did
Who
you
is the
spell
one?
Ishul again?
Ishel.
Hey, what of the dwarf, the gray dwarf?
Oh, I don't. Was he the one who was helping Stallmast with his big mechanical suit?
Hey, I don't know.
I think he was. Let's see. I think he. Let's see. I think his name was Rogan.
Rogan.
Yeah, I think it was Rogan. That's Rogun, 2 U's.
All right.
Did he come up with the dark
So it's-
skinned one?
He did. He
Right.
showed up with him as well. We don't see very many of those Duergar here. I mean, they're not generally welcome in town.
As they shouldn't be.
I mean, I've seen a few before, but yeah, he definitely was with the dark elf. But I mean, seriously though,
admit-
that's all I know.
Did you have a drop off point?
A drop off point? No. I mean, and you see him kind of struggling.
He's trying to roll against his own truth.
I believe you're holding out on us.
He says,
Hi.
we didn't have a drop off point. I was the inside man. I had to open the doors and let the crews come in. Most of the time they were mercenaries. Although there was another guy who was had another connection of Stallmast, and you see him kind of like wincing, like doesn't really want to tell you, but
I'm gonna raise my fist to him.
he cringes for a second and he goes,
A
All right,
name,
it's
gnome.
fine,
A name.
Even I am growing impatient.
He
He
might
says-
let me kill you.
He says,
Perhaps.
his name was Bromrak. He was another dwarf. He wasn't a Duergar, but he may have been part Duergar. He was still pretty dark complected and had really dark black hair.
A dwarf working with the light.
Spell it. How do you spell Bromrak?
Bramrak.
And what was his role?
Well, he was kind of the go-between between the mercenaries and Stallmast. And so he would come bring the mercenaries down here. Now I'm pretty sure all the mercenaries left with the last shipment. But yeah, he's local.
Did you notice anything about these mercenaries? Were they all wearing like a similar color or any other markings?
He thinks for a second. No, I don't think so.
Where can we find this Bromrak?
He has a small house in the lower part of the city. Kind of along the cliff face, but further to the east side. I haven't actually been there but one time.
Understood.
I think he's
All right.
tapped out there, Cleric. I think we need to let the beast in on him.
Oh, he said
All right.
I'm immediately wild shaping
Yes.
Okay.
to a
Right.
black bear.
And I kind of step out of the way.
Right. So like
So do
Jason,
I.
so
just
Jason
step around
and
too.
Rowan, so Rowan, who's at the gate to the thing there, says, "Hi. Well, You know, we're not going to kill you, but the bear might. So we'll see you when we bring you back. And as
worry.
Pete comes around the corner, and it's that
You're probably more
moment.
useful dead.
I
It's-
want to I lumber in until I'm around the corner. Like
Yeah. So it's that moment of, it's that moment of the interrogator droid coming around the corner to, interrogate Princess Leia in the cell, right? Where it's like, the final moment, it's intense, and he's like, no, it's okay. I promise I don't know anything else. And, Jace, with his zone of truth would know, like he's telling the truth. He's tapped out, and Saros is like, all right, boys, all right.
I just like to see
That's
a grown
enough.
he himself.
Yes.
And he's like,
Pete, this is
he's cringed
I forgot his
against the
name.
wall with his things, his manacles holding him there, and he's like trying to. He can't bring his hands together. He's like trying to hold him like this.
Yeah.
So she said,
So-
all right. You boys have been fantastic.
And
I guess-
as we go to leave, I reach out and I'll put my hand on his shoulder and cast Cure Wounds and I just say, you need to pick better friends, and I walk out.
Before Thurden leaves, after Jason's healed him, I'm gonna punch him one time, and I'm gonna just lean into his ear, and I'm gonna be like, "If I find out you send any of me friends into trap, I'll come back and gut you myself."
He's like, yeah. He says, I don't know. I haven't been to his house for a long time. If it's a trap, I'm sorry.
You better hope we're okay. And then I just storm out. That's another one.
as y'all are storming past me, I'm like,
I pet
Oh,
Pete's
go on,
head
Pete.
as I pass by it. I was like, "Good boy."
You've
Like,
never
in-
seen such a disgruntled bear before.
yeah, like it's one of those where like I'm obviously trying to ask a question, but I can't speak common.
Can't say
Right, as a bear.
anything.
He's like, "Oof."
The only person that speaks with
I wonder
animals
back.
is an animal, right?
Exactly.
Right? Yes.
So, all
Of
right.
course, Pete,
So,
there's food outside. Let's go.
the Starosta leads you out, and as you're walking through and you reach the entryway to the prison, she's like, well, I appreciate you all coming to get that information. I guess since you all have been invested in this as well, do you care to do the honors of checking out this person's house, or shall we send someone else to do it?
If he's a dwarf that turned
we
on
have
his
it.
people, I'll handle him.
All right. So
If
I thought you might
there's
have wanted
any-
to.
yeah, if there's any commotion in the lower part of the city in the near future, just maybe don't send the gods.
Well, I mean, we'll have some around in case you need any assistance.
course.
Might carrying his body out.
Well,
Um,
I
he's more useful
shudder
alive.
to think, but considering
Unconscious, not
the
dead.
previous infestation, what if you had 100 kobolds come rushing out of his house?
They better bring 100 more.
Very well.
We're only
I
looking for
appreciate
one.
your fervor, Master Dwarf. We'll have teams in the area, though, just in case, making sure no one escapes your net. And so, do you do anything before you head to this Bramrack's house?
I look at Rowan and I say,
I'm
go ahead, Lee.
I'm assuming that Pete is still a bear.
Yep.
Can I ride on top of him and take a short rest?
Probably not a short rest while doing that.
Can we take a short rest then?
You got to talk to the
He's
group
like,
about
guys,
You
he
didn't
Hey,
points
yeah.
up and
Two
used.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
God, my
I could
hand's
stop
kinda
and
hurting,
get a
y'all.
cup of coffee.
I don't think Lee would
so
say y'all.
Yeah.
You will say you stopped to get lunch along the way.
I could use the refill.
No reason
coffee.
to hurry here.
I'm gonna look at Rowan and say, like, see, sometimes punching works just as well as words.
Well, all right. You set the scene. I'll give you that.
I'm pretty impressed with the monk there. He went in hard.
Well,
You did, and fast.
I do need to go to the Kobold souls, they actually have quite a few interrogating techniques that might be useful.
I think we were
Indeed.
pretty useful ourselves. Just you
Right,
smack, I punch, he talks.
It's a great combination. Also, I've learned a few tricks over the years that allows people to not really be able to deceive me most of the time.
I know the spell was going to cast it myself till I heard you cast it. I was like, oh, this poor gnome.
He never stood a chance. He truly
I
didn't.
just concentrated on punching him.
Like, it was very effective.
Yeah, I think he wet himself. I'm pretty sure he
I
wet
believe
himself when
he
Pete
did.
came in.
I'm certain he did.
Although as big as Pete is as a black bear, I mean, I would, I'd probably pee on myself if I was
I
chained
did.
up with that thing too.
I nearly did. It was,
Good job,
yeah.
Pete. And I scratch him behind the ear again.
Oh, nice work, fellas.
All right, Rowan also is like, yes, I felt like we did a fairly good job there. I definitely liked the synergy we had going. Our great teamwork.
Aye.
Indeed.
So he says, well, let's stop for some lunch, and then we'll head
Aye,
on over.
lunch. All right.
I agree.
So
I
you
know
guys stop-
Pete's famished.
You stop at the you stop at the Hearth and Hammer and take a short rest. It's busy, so Brackhill doesn't stop to chat necessarily, but he serves you some food and.
Does he say anything about the
drinks.
fact that a black bear walks
Yeah,
in?
no,
with us?
I'm not changing back. I'm staying black bear for the full 3 hours that I can. So
Oh, okay. I was gonna
going and
ask how
just,
long it was.
clambering
Is how
up
long it
onto a
was.
bench and sitting down all humanoid like.
What?
If he doesn't let him in,
identifying-
I'll take
So,
some.
Okay,
food out
so
to him.
so Pete, as a bear, or as a whenever you do turn into an animal, do you have any kind of identifying marks on you?
That's a good question that I might have to.
That's
get
kind
back
of
to you.
personalized to you,
A
Might
bit
have
of
to
like
get-
untuffed red hair that's like always stuck up
Right,
to
yeah.
one side.
right? Maybe
It's a red spot sticking.
some
out.
sort of like fiery, symbol in your fur or something. So
I don't know.
think on that. That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
I'll
That'll be
think on
fun
that.
for next time. So, okay. So anyway, he knows of you and your capabilities, and he says, "Oh, Master Druid, you're gonna make me move the chairs around, aren't you?"
Then I go move myself.
You see patrons of the Hearth and Hammer kind of like backing up as you guys
It's fine.
enter.
He's tame. He's tame. He's like a
and
teddy bear.
and
For
and
now until he eats.
I don't
Brackle
know
gives
if I
a
would say Pete is tamed.
Brackle gives a chuckle and he
true.
says, "Just go to the first table. Don't go to your normal one."
Aye.
He brings it. That way you're not
This
like
feels
going
wrong,
all the way
Brackle.
through the crowd. But he brings you your food and everything. So you can get a short rest.
That one key point is back. That's going to be what changes the
So
tide.
important.
We'll change
Hey, for
everything.
him it does. He always
I
gets
know.
out where he has none left.
Yeah.
Especially if 100 kobolds come flooring out of there. I lost my hammer. Found it back.
There we go.
Was in me pack. I also while they're eating, if he's gonna take a short rest, can I walk to Wiltick's shop?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to see if Wiltick's would buy all this these additional weapons that I'm carrying off me
Okay.
for a little bit
37
of jingle
additional
jingle.
weapons. Yeah.
I'm gonna say I hang back and
no,
eat for a
no,
second.
no, no.
gotta step away
I
for a
am
second.
I am not the monk. I don't have 45 daggers in my pocket.
No. Okay, here,
Um,
let me pull this up 1 second.
I can give you a list of what I have, and then it's not a whole bunch. It's like 5 items, but
Okay. Yeah, what do you go ahead and
I've got
tell me.
2 heavy crossbows,
Okay.
1 great axe, 1 great sword, and a scimitar that I've picked
Okay.
up that I don't really need.
Let's see. You said a great axe.
Actually, let me sell the 2 crossbows and the scimitar because I'm pretty sure.
Okay. What kind of crossbows?
I'm pretty sure
Um,
2 heavy crossbows. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure Lee will probably want the other extra weapons because he doesn't have one of each. And I've probably picked up on the fact that he likes to klepto different kinds of weapons.
We can say that, if you want to keep one of them, you can have left them in the lair, in the haven,
Okay.
as like in the training room as part of your growing
I don't-
collection of
That's-
regimental
I'm-
weapons.
I'll still
Currently
have them on my
decorating.
back. Yeah.
I'm currently decorating the walls with one of each weapon
There
in
you
the
go.
training room.
There
So
you go.
I'm gonna
There's-
sell the 2 heavy crossbows and the scimitar. I'll
Okay.
keep the great axe and great sword on my back till we get back.
So he, you greet Wiltix, and you see him there at his, usual position, hanging out, working while you have his apprentices around him. You see, one over on the forge, who is, has just a short vest, and he's working, kind of like got that, he's like sweating and hot, got that like kind of ruddy complexion from being in front of the forge. You got one over behind him who's can't really see him, but he's got like, kind of like a cloak and hood, but you can tell that he's like working away on some little contraption over in the corner. And then he's got like a third one, another young gnome next to him, who's also kind of helping him as you walk in. And he says, "Ah, how are you today, my fine heroes?"
Doing all right, Wiltix. I've got in our travels of crushing bandits and kobolds and the like, I've seemed to acquired some armaments that I personally don't need, and was wondering if maybe you might be in the interest of procuring them to be able to sell to patrons who might actually use them. I have no use for them, and a little
Well,
bit more gold in my pocket might be good.
I'm sure we can always do that. Let me see here. So you're like,
I slapped
ththonk,
two-
you're like putting them
Two
on a
heavy
thing.
crossbows and a scimitar down on the ground.
He's like, yes. Let's see. The crossbows there will be, let's see, 25 gold apiece. And then the scimitar here will be, looks like 10 gold.
Aye, so 60 gold for the lot.
60 gold for the lot.
Aye, Wiltix, we're good friends. I'm not even going to try a haggle with you. 60 gold sounds good to me.
All right, good sir. And he pulls it out, hands you that, and says, "Well, is there anything else I can do for you today, Master Theoden?"
Aye, not today. I know we've probably already bought you out of your magical items that help us, so we'll just wait until the next go around.
All right, so that sounds good. We'll see you next time.
Aye, very well, we'll do. I'm going to walk back in. I'm going to pull the 20 crossbow bolts that I have, and I'm just going to set them on the table in front of Jace and then sit down at the table with everybody else. I know he uses a crossbow or has a crossbow, and he has been picking up crossbow bolts. So I'm going to just set the 20 down in front of him. I'm going to take him out of my inventory
thank you.
and put them in yours.
Yes, thank you for that.
All
It's
right,
always nice to have these.
perfect. All right, so you guys finish up at the Hearth and Hammer and head to investigate the eastern part of the city. Let's see. Let's get into Owlbear so you can see the city map again.
Right. Owlbear.
Owlbear.
A little game of Will Collins' internet crash again. Trying to open another thing.
Y'all don't want to know Wi-Fi I'm on right now, or not Wi-Fi, but internet.
Oh yeah.
Is it Wi-Fi? I think yeah.
It's not Wi-Fi. It
All right.
is a hotspot I'm currently on.
That's what I used to stream on.
So it's
a
working
hotspot.
really well.
He used to stream on some bad stuff for sure.
It's AT&T hotspot. I paid for home internet and had to use an AT&T hotspot to stream.
He did.
Well, this is just like a phone hotspot.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
I mean, it's
No, it's
through
usually working
AT&T,
pretty
but yeah.
Up.
Seems to be working pretty well though.
Yeah.
While we're sitting there, I'm just gonna tell Lee that I have a couple weapons back in my room for him when we get back to the thing, since I probably left them there, since I wouldn't have carried them.
Okay.
Yes, we can put them up on the walls. I'm trying to get one of every weapon up there, so
Hey,
if we want to train with them, we can.
I figured I'm pretty sure I got the big sword and that big axe back there. You could take them and do what you want with them.
We haven't done any hand-to-hand combat since we have the new train.
We need to get in there and wrestle around a little bit instead of just punch each other.
I'll stick to punching.
It's okay. You don't want to hug your old buddy Thurden. By the way, the password is the greatest thing ever, by the way. It makes me giggle whenever I put it in.
Every time.
It's literally the greatest thing ever. Like that's it. That's the password.
That is it. Who's Red Dragon?
That's the extra. That's the string. So.
I think my name is gonna
change it.
stop being Thurden Dawnbreaker and just be Thurden Chairbreaker. I should have. That's what I should have made his name.
You really should have.
Accurate.
The chair thing actually just popped up randomly.
It did.
I think I rolled like a nat 1 or something at one point and crushed a chair instead of hitting somebody. And new stuff was born. Oh lordy, too good.
I just noticed he never changed his name on Zine.
No. Dr. Hees.
No, I'm
Okay.
embracing it. Small tree go. And I don't know how to change it.
So where did he say the house was?
He
To
said
the
the
east.
north. Well, he said
Northeast?
the northeast, but now looking at my map, I kind of had it turned sideways in my brain. So he is actually just on the north side.
Okay.
I'll
right
show
there.
you. Yeah, I'll show you in a second. So.
Gotcha. They have mines here. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a mining town.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
mining and
just-
industrial town. So. I got to make sure that I'm seeing.
I don't know why they got me.
Leave the dwarf alone. The Omni Smelter, that's where I've been going to go to the. Is that where I've been going to the Shrine of Moradin and stuff? Is it the Omni Smelter?
Yes.
Okay. Just trying to
So
gauge.
what's the prayer foundry? I hadn't
The
noticed. that
prayer
until just now.
foundry is also part of that.
That's right off the foundry off the side. I think he said something when I first went down there that it was there. Isn't that where that's where they go to actually do the blessing thing, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Whenever Thurden goes off by himself, he's at like H7, H8.
Okay.
Center of town. I should be going to H13. Walk in the mines.
There we go.
Find me some
There
mithril
you go.
at $3,500.
Okay,
Yeah, there you
so yeah, you guys, if you're looking at it there, the iron lot streets that are by the Gearhold prison, they're in the southwest corner, which H14 is also looking at it, is also where the lifts are that go from the lower portion of the city to the upper portion. And you looking at the north side, you guys actually come in from the north side through the that kind of northeast gate
Okay.
there. So that's usually where you enter in. So you realize that he is actually over on the northwest side, close to the kind of cliff face as well. Like his house kind of faces the cliff.
Oh, so close to where Nina's house is at,
Pretty close.
or Nima's house. Nina's house.
It's not quite like hers is definitely on a different block, but
Right.
hers wasn't facing the street necessarily, but
But in that general vicinity of the town is where
she's
where we're gonna be
she's on
living.
the north side of the town. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So. All right. Well, actually, before you begin your search, let's take a quick break.
Break time.
And everyone, welcome Igsley. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here.
Hey.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back as they search
Sounds good.
the town of Hupperduke.
Duke.
Sorry, I got to shut off the anvil from the Hearth and Hammer there. And we're back. Again, huge shout out to Igsley for finding us with that Christian tag on Twitch, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
What's up?
I know some of us have just found that, so we're excited about that. We are, in case you have been a fan and you didn't know, we are a bunch of Christian streamers and creators that love storytelling, love playing games together, love D&D, and just having a good time. But everyone's welcome here.
And I just
And
love you
so-
guys.
Yeah, just love you too.
So much.
Reborn. Yes, and definitely look at the abouts to follow everybody, for sure. And Mrs. Reborn is our chief potentate moderator.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
In
She's-
reality, that
she's
means she's
amazing.
really the boss.
she is the boss.
True. True.
She decides whether or not we can get more dice collectively.
Well,
Yes.
That
that's
she
true.
does decide. Yes.
Yes, I think there's a quorum of all of our significant others that decide that.
Mhm.
Yes. All right, let's get back to it. So, as you all are traveling through the streets of Hupperduke, it's a glorious afternoon. People are out. People are not that one. Yeah. Okay. There we go. People are walking around, but you make your way to kind of the northern part, and there's a few blocks, and there's some smaller houses and kind of areas up there, and so you find there's some kind of not run down because it's Hupperduke and it's a fairly clean city, but just smaller. You know, there's a lot of workers, buildings and stuff down here, and so you find this small house. It's just kind of a gray wood structure with a pretty muted, kind of brown roof, and single story, nothing fancy. But takes you about, a couple hours to find it, but you do find it.
Well, friends, I believe this might be the place.
I'll knock on the door.
I'd like to perception check the area first.
Okay. Roll a
idea.
perception check.
It's going to be a nat 20 right here.
Yeah, oh, I thought you said
That was a
not a
dirty 4. Or sorry, dirty 9.
Ouch.
Okay.
Natural 4.
All right. So let's see. Hold on. Where did
Little
we-
short of the 20, but not by much.
Not by much.
As I come up, I'll look around as well.
Okay.
Figuring they're being cautious, Thurden
That's a
would just
dirty
head straight
20
to the
for me.
door.
Okay.
Fair.
So you notice there's, it's not too dissimilar from Nima's house. It's pretty small. It's got, just enough room for, probably a single person to live in. And it's, like I said, pretty nondescript. You see a window there. You see, hold on a second. You see,
Feel like we've done this before.
a
Don't use your
window
head this
in
time.
front. You do see on the side of the house, there's like a little kind of like fenced in yard with, some firewood and like a little stump for like chopping wood.
Can I see anything through the window?
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna
Which-
walk up
which
and
window
knock
are
on the
you-
door.
You're just looking in the front window.
Yeah, the front window would be a 15.
So there's a curtain in front of it. But through the little slit, you think you can see what looks like a chair maybe. You think there might be like some sort of like table right in front of the window.
A chair.
Durden's gonna
There's a
smash it.
chair.
Now, Thurden's
Right.
done knocked on the door at this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you knock on the door.
Aye.
No answer.
I'm gonna work my way to the back of the house.
I'm gonna knock louder.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
At this
with
point,
Lee.
I'm standing behind third and waiting by the front door.
Hey, I hear a fellow dwarf lives here.
Okay.
I have been sent to you from the
So you go around-
Omniforge to get a little information.
So you go around to the back and, hey, actually, real quick, everyone, minimize Owlbear for a second. I need to make sure that my
Okay. Yeah, I'm tapped off.
I'm on a different page. Yeah.
On a different page. You're good.
okay.
See, for once, Thurden wasn't going to go in and just break things.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I was going to try to coax him out.
Okay, so you can go back to Owlbear. I just make sure my fog of war is on. So you see this house. Like I said, there's a window there. It's not too. Yeah. Anyway, you do see there's like fireplace on one side, kind of sticking out of the house. Lee, you go to the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then
I'm gonna stealth.
you're gonna stealth. Okay.
Yeah.
So Rowan goes with you, and go ahead and
Also
roll for
goes
stealth.
with you. I can stay back a little further though.
I'm gonna use a charge of my ring,
That wasn't
and
a
that
good
is
roll.
much better. That is gonna be 26.
Rowan also gets above a 20. So you go back there, and you can see it's like an alleyway, ruts, there, and everything. Once again, you find as you go around the house by the fenced-in area, you see there's a door that goes out into this little fenced-in area. On the back, there's like a really small glass window, and then you see a normal-sized window again. This one is boarded shut, kind of looks like it's one of those ones that you would swing out the windows on. So, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what's everybody doing? Anyone do anything else? You do not get an answer. There it is.
I'm going to wait.
You're gonna wait. Okay. So, Pete,
All right.
where are you at again?
I was with Lee and Rowan, but kind of staying back a little because I know they're sneaking. I'm like, nah, I'm a bear. I'm probably not gonna.
Okay. And then Theoden and Jace, and well, just Theoden and Jace are in the front. What are you guys doing?
Hey, Cleric, I think at this point it's a welfare check to make sure the
believe
poor
so.
dwarf isn't dead, right? And I'm gonna reach
We're on
down
back.
and try to turn his
Okay.
open his door.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
Try before you pry.
It's locked.
I think
Roll 'em,
before,
Rick. We
before we just
have to know
bust
that
in
you're
here,
okay.
the guy might be at work.
That's unfortunately a chance we're gonna have to take, I believe.
I wonder if he works over there. And I just point the opposite direction as where we're looking at this door.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Jace looks there, I'm gonna just take my hammer and smash into this
Ja-
door.
Theoden, roll a
Deception
Where?
check.
no
Where?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, come on!
You could do deception. Either one, honestly.
It was a
Don't roll
3, so
anything.
it's a 5.
Okay. Jace,
All right.
roll a perception check.
His
Oh, it's
modifier is probably higher than a 5.
I was gonna say it is because I rolled a 3 as well, but I have a 7 modifier,
Okay,
so
okay,
10.
So he kind of looks, but he kind of still glances at what you're doing, Jace.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I just
obviously
smashed
I
the-
like a
I just
half
smashed
glance.
the door anyway.
And like I half glance, I'm like, just hit the stupid door.
and then I whack it.
Okay. So as you're about to do that, Pete and Lee and Rowan are in the back, and Rowan's like, "All right, we should probably check out for traps."
They're making some
So
plan.
we're going
just about
to
break the door,
stealth
Jace.
into, and all of a sudden they hear this,
Okay, neither of us are stealthy.
and roll an attack on the door.
Okay.
Come on.
Natural one.
Now let me tell you this:
Natural
if
one.
I had an
Natural one.
antimatter hammer, I would crit automatically on this stuff.
So you rolled a
It's
14? Is that what it is?
A
Yeah.
12 plus whatever it is, my plus 7, so that's 19.
Okay. So yeah, you know, break the door down, and it just goes, falls in off the hinges, and yeah, like I said, everyone in the back who's being all stealthy is like,
I look over at Jason, just like, found the key. It was under the mat.
which everyone hears.
They already know what's going on.
All right.
At this
So-
point, I think I would just like
Stealth is out the window.
I think I would
Right,
just like
right.
bear shrug, and I'm gonna go try to like kick in the other door, or
Um,
try to like barrel through the back door.
Okay,
As we come home,
so
this house is destroyed.
the question for you, Pete, is how do you get into the fenced-in area?
It's fence.
It's fenced.
How much of a fence?
I mean, you know, like
When you're a
this
black
is
bear,
a
just
gnome
climb over
house,
it.
right? But it's probably still at least 4 or 5 feet high.
Oh, like what kind? Is it like a wicker fence or like?
No. It would be kind of like a stockade
Wicker
type fence.
A
Like,
wicker fence.
Just like really, like you could see through it. So it's not
Yeah.
like a privacy fence,
Yeah.
but it's going to be, you know, more than a wicket, you know, like the white picket fence kind of thing. It's tall enough, but it's just still just like boards nailed together.
So it's like the individual boards with like other boards across.
Yeah.
Well, as I'm sure you know, black bears, not brown bears, are the bears that climb trees.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna climb the fence.
I heard they're the best bears.
Hey,
That is
the
true.
bear I can be.
And they eat beets.
They do.
What do you say?
He screamed
Battlestar
Battlestar Galactica.
I give up on that print.
Somebody's gonna need to clip that.
Definitely clip it.
Okay, so you roll with bear stats.
Okay.
Roll a
No.
athletics.
Oh,
Very
thank God.
What is the modifier for athletics?
Is whatever your strength
Whatever
is.
the bear's strength is.
Okay, great. Well,
That's what I was glad he did that.
it's like
Dex. He's
it's-
climbing. It's
that's a
Dex.
natural 20. I can't even.
Oh,
it's not gonna
perfect.
work for combat, but
So as a bear, you deftly just kind of climb and it's like climb and you vault over the fence. No problem. You land. There's like a barrel out there with some, like boards and, so there's a little bit of like straw and stuff like leftover packing or something. You get to the door there. Do you
oh yeah, I'm trying to barrel in.
roll an
I'm
attack?
trying to barrel in.
Is this my claw attack?
This would be a claw attack.
Cool. +4 on a natural 1 is gonna get me nowhere. This dice is going across.
So,
Thereden,
Theoden, did you go in yet, or did you just stand there with the door open?
I mean, I would have gone in once the door dropped.
Okay, so you're standing in the middle of this living room at the moment. Okay, hold on a
Nice.
second.
I'm figuring Jace is probably going to follow me in once I.
Yeah, I'll be right behind you.
Yeah. Look at us wanting to punch each other in the face, but still.
I don't want someone else to punch you in the face.
Exactly. Same thing. I want to club you with my hammer. No one else is allowed to club you with their hammer.
Yes, there we go.
All right, so let's see.
You know the D&D Beyond extension is showing Jace and Rowan still having a level of exhaustion, by the way.
They probably did not take it off on their characters.
Oh, hey, I did not take that off.
Yeah, you might want to. I think
Fixed
it poses.
it.
If
I
you
think
did,
one level imposes like
did you
disadvantage.
did you click a
I don't-
long rest by the way?
I did, yeah.
There's an extra check you have to do to drop your
Yeah.
exhaustion when you do.
Yeah, the
long
condition
rest.
stayed even with the long rest.
Okay, so you should be able to see now. A living room.
Oh. Albert. Okay.
Theoden is standing in the middle of the living room.
Oh, okay. I see. We came down in here. Okay, we came down from the bottom. Right. Yeah. No, Thurden's right there. Hey.
And I would be like directly behind him.
Now
Or,
Thurden
I
will
mean,
be standing with
kind
his
of to the
shield.
side, yeah.
Thurden will be
as a
standing with
bear.
his shield and hammer out at this point when he walks in. He's not just gonna barge in.
Which then you have, Rowan.
Rowan and Lee, like they're planning something that the rest of
They're
us
still
just throw
planning
around.
this out.
I'm trying to wait. I'm gonna catch them when they run out.
Both of these guys
Not
are probably
before the
shaking their
bear, unless
heads.
there's a window.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
there's
There's
only
2 windows.
windows in the back.
Yeah.
They can bust out a window.
It's true. It's true.
Mm.
So
It's a
Rowan probably
dwarf.
would have left and come around here. He's gonna roll.
A dwarven rogue with high dexterity
So-
can jump out that window.
So Rowan sees you climb over the fence, Pete, and he says, "Ah, yes, very well." And he does this like leap, twist, turn where he like, almost pommel horse mounts the top of the fence, flips, and lands with a bow, next to you there in the yard. Rolled an 18 on his acrobatics check.
That's me trying to be a bear and clap for him.
Yeah. You're welcome,
Case that
Austin, for that. All right. So Jace
Yes,
comes
we
in as well.
are currently missing our bard, Rowan. He's not playing, so we have Seth, our wonderful DM, is filling in for him.
Okay, so as you now look at it, which let me update the stream, because if I don't have it up, then it doesn't like to update. There we go. Okay. All right. So everyone is there. And then all of a sudden, Theoden, you see like an animal wanting to come in from outside. You see like these 2 big like bear, like you hear this like these big bear paws just like boom against the outside door, and then Pete's just out there going boom 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 boom, but the door's not giving, it's locked, and he obviously hasn't tried the handle, so
I don't know if I could use the handle.
maybe not.
Yeah. I think at this point, Jace just walk over and let him in.
Okay.
I was
so you
saying the
unlock it.
same thing. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
muted.
Oh, okay.
All right, so everyone kind of comes in here.
I politely wipe my feet as I enter.
Yes. So as you look
Very
around,
nice.
you see a desk in one corner. You see a small table with a couple of chairs. You do see some like old plates of food there, and you see a fireplace. The fireplace is cold. You don't see anything in it. And then you see an angled wall with a shut door, and then you see next to the exit there, you see a shut door.
I'm gonna go to the angled wall with the door.
Okay. Yeah, so the angled wall door is here, and the other one's here. So,
Mhm.
Lee, are you still hanging out outside?
Yes.
Okay. So, so you're gonna go.
I'll follow to the angled door.
All right. So you go up there, and do you just walk in?
Is it open?
It's not shut.
Okay, I'll try to open it.
Okay. You open it, and
I step
it's
in.
not locked or anything.
I swing it open and step in.
All right. You do see it is what looks like the bedroom. There is a closet, kind of armoire there. Right as you walk in, there's a chest at the foot of the bed, and it's a pretty simple room. Just bed, table. So, and then you see there's a little door, kind of on the right side that is partially open.
I'd probably move to like near that door figuring Jace is probably right behind me, gonna make sure there's nobody in the room, but I'm making sure nobody comes flying out of this door.
Okay. Do you go ahead and like look inside? What do you want to do?
The door?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Once Jace is in here, and I'm sure nobody's come behind me.
You find an empty bathroom.
All right. There's no door. There's no door to that last spot, right? That comes from the outside where they're at, right?
Not from the outside, but there is a door.
Right in front of Rowan.
Yeah, in front of Rowan.
Okay.
So,
I just want to make sure.
Rowan reaches over and checks it, and goes ahead and opens it up, and you do find a. You do find what looks like kind of like a closet pantry. There's some food. There's some shelves of food and some grain and stuff.
I want to search the chest.
Okay.
I would walk out and search the desk too, probably.
Okay.
I figured you got to
ahead
the
and
armor.
roll-
Mercenaries.
Both of you go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Got that whole whopping 9.
19 or 18, sorry.
Okay. Jace, you find some papers, a couple of what looks like maybe kind of like lists of items. Nothing really is catches your
Nothing
attention as far as important.
Okay.
But you do find there's in one of the drawers, you do find a small coin purse, and it's got about 25 gold in it. Okay.
All right.
In the chest, Theoden, you rummage around. You find some spare clothes. There's kind of some like bed sheets and stuff. It seems just kind of a general purpose chest. It's nothing fancy.
I'll probably walk over and search the armoire then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another investigation.
Yeah, I'd like something higher than that 9. That'll work. 17 plus 0, 17.
Okay. Looking in the armoire, you do find a more clothes hanging. There's a couple drawers in there. You do find what looks like a set of nice like dress clothes. Being a dwarf yourself, they look like they'd fit you. Kind of like a, like a business formal kind of clothes. You do also find a pretty fancy hat.
Oh, pretty fancy hat.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Anybody else searching anywhere else in the house?
I think
I wanna-
I'm probably sniffing around as much as I can, see if I can find any like hidden. Maybe if I can find like a hidden passage or something through scent, like just that kind of stuff. But I'm definitely just poking around with my nose.
Okay. You're gonna roll investigation check. Anyone else searching anything?
Yeah, I would like to go to this room over here and probably check under the rug and.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah, investigation's not going to go well for me as a bear. We'll figure it out though.
Yeah,
You keep your intelligence stats, right?
that'd be a 12 for me.
I mean,
12?
either
Okay.
way, I probably break something because I rolled another natural 1.
Nice.
Okay. So you
Flips the chair over.
You definitely knocked this like cushy chair over.
I'm sniffing
Um,
underneath it, not even paying attention.
Yeah. So
It just goes straight to the food.
exactly.
He
Jace-
wouldn't have to be a bear to do the same thing as Pete.
Yeah.
Right.
Jace, you start checking in this pantry. You find there's some different grains. There's some like food items and stuff. But whenever you get to the back of it, there's a couple barrels, and you realize that they're empty. And as you kind of slide them around, the rug comes up, and you do find a trapdoor.
I knew it.
Friends, this trip is not a loss after all. I believe we found where he might be. We might find some information. There's a trapdoor in here. That's what I'm trying to say. Just come on over.
But before I leave, can I inspect just scan the rest of the room and see if there's anything else that I would have missed in the bedroom?
Sure.
That's a 14.
Okay. You're fairly certain that there's not much else in here.
Coolio.
Um,
And I'm gonna head out and I'm gonna be like,
I kinda-
guys, look at this fancy hat I found. I'm gonna put the fancy hat on.
Okay. And it's one of those
I like it.
It's kind of like one of those Indiana Jones style hats, except it's got like a big feather sticking out of it.
and
And it's
and
hold on.
I've got a treat for you guys.
Man, I wish I had mine still.
I don't have
Pick
one
it
with a
up.
feather. I don't have one with a feather, but I have something close.
And it is pink.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Very
Pink.
Theridin.
This is definitely Thursday's hat.
This I think I know
Yes.
what this is out of game.
Big.
This is a Rowan item.
I mean, I don't know, maybe. Nice. I like it. So you put put on the fancy hat.
And I try to speak up loud enough that Pete can hear me, as I'm sure at this point I've noticed he's gone. I believe we found a trap door that likely leads somewhere dangerous.
I'll clamber through the doorway and look at the entranceway and try to figure out whether or not I can actually fit through
Would I
that
have heard
entranceway.
this outside?
Roll a perception check.
I showed him all my fancy hat.
That is a 13, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you hear them kind of rummaging around in there. You don't hear commotion or anyone coming out. And then you hear Rowan be like, "Hey, I found something." So, yeah, you would
I'll
go
go
in at
ahead
this
and-
point.
Move in.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so you find a trapdoor. What do you do?
We go down.
You go down.
Let's go.
All right. So
Didn't come all this way to
No,
just come all this way.
Is this stairs or is this more a ladder situation?
I got
Is
me
a-
lucky hat. Doesn't matter.
it is a ladder.
Now I can climb trees, but I don't know about a ladder.
So
Hey, come on down, Druid.
you realize as you squeeze into
Sorry,
this
bud.
pantry that this trap door may not fit a bear.
I sigh deeply and I revert to my halfling form.
Considering it was for a dwarf.
I fit snugly in here. I don't understand what anybody has an
You know.
issue with at this point.
There are some fancy,
so-
hefty dwarves in this world.
I
let's
like
be
ducking
real.
down.
Theoden,
walk
do you just open it and go down?
I open it. How far down is it?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. Oh, don't want to roll that one. That one's not doing good. I had a D20 somewhere and I don't know what to do with it. Okay, 17. I'll take
Okay.
a 17.
It's pretty dark down there. But you can make out a few odd shapes and stuff. You get the sense it's probably about 20 feet down.
Yeah, it's too far to jump down. I'll go ahead and I'll
Climb down.
grab
the
the ladder and start
Okay.
climbing down. Oh, don't knock my fancy hat off.
Okay. All right. So you climb down, and you are in. Is everybody climbed down with him?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you climb down into a not too large room, but there are what looks like some barrels and crates and some wood in there. And as you get down there, Everybody roll a perception check.
16.
17.
Okay.
Got a 19.
14
Okay.
for me.
So
Is there any light down here?
there's no light.
I have my goggles that I put on.
Yeah, so it doesn't bother me. I got dark
It's
vision.
not a big space. It's only about 20 feet by, your dark vision would help you see pretty much the whole area. But you don't see, you do see 2 doorways, and through them it's just pitch black. You can't really see anything.
I really can't see anything.
Say poor Jace.
Right.
At this point, I'm kind of holding on to someone.
Okay. As you all reach the bottom, you all climb down and you start to hear this like
Immediately, my shield arm goes up.
and you
What do you see?
Not much what I can see, human. It's what I hear.
That is.
It's me lucky hat. It's giving me extra sonic hearing.
I'm instantly like looking back up to see if the pathway is closing for any reason.
Okay. So,
I don't know how to get my little guy over here.
hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'll put him.
Aye,
Just start dragging icons. It'll pop up eventually.
aye. From the sound of it, I would have probably stepped forward and
Right.
kind of put everybody behind me while my shield's up, just waiting on something.
Okay. So, sorry, 1 second. Let me pull something up.
Oh my gosh. Colin.
What?
Did you see my? You're probably checking the chat.
Mhm, mhm.
Join us next Tuesday as we re-roll a new campaign.
Yeah.
But I
literally
just
have
found a
a-
fancy hat.
I have a picture here that I printed out. It just says "Beware of the smiling DM." I'm looking at Seth right
I don't
now,
know
a
what
little
you're talking
concerned.
about.
That's okay. This lucky hat actually prevents me from dying at any point during this campaign.
Oh,
That's what
I
this
hope so.
means. Listen, it was a homebrew
That's
item.
exactly
I
what it
worked with
means.
I worked with the DM outside of here. He said
Yeah.
it was okay if I get it. As long as I'm wearing the pink hat, I can't die.
Okay. Here we
Yeah.
go.
I'm gonna go find like an old pink hat now.
I feel like he's already either rolling damage or rolling for like poison darts.
Right.
He's like, and all of you are hit for
Forgot
77
to check for
damage.
traps, sucker.
Yeah, we did
Okay.
neglect to check for traps on the way down.
Yeah, we did
but, we
neglect
did
that
also
entirely.
just get to this room.
Here we are.
So, Jace,
Yes.
Rowan, Lee, you guys all, well, everyone hears a kind of a lever click and release, and this like okay. So Jace, you actually had 2 were the target of 2 attacks.
I'm too
Arden's
short.
pink
I'm all the way
hat.
back here.
Got
I'm
it.
like, there's a bunch of people in front of me.
You couldn't see him coming.
I'm too short
Rest
for
is
it.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
the thing.
So, Jace, you, a 22, I'm pretty sure hits you,
Ouch.
and a natural
Yes.
20 hits you.
Yes.
So,
Well, I don't think he was asking about the natural 20. He was telling you, did you?
yeah.
No, I have a 400 AC right now.
Yeah. You
Yep,
can't beat
sorry,
that.
sorry, 400 AC. So you take
Michael, right now I'm just imagining you farming like strawberries up in the mountains or something.
This is, I think, this
Okay.
is our daughter's hat.
So from the very first one comes in, and you feel something hit you square in the shoulder, right between some of the armor plates. And you realize it's a crossbow bolt. And you take 16 points of piercing damage.
Is that the first one?
That's the first one. Sorry. Yeah, 16 points. That's the critical, by the way.
I can't do anything anyway because I don't see
Good,
anybody.
because I was like, man, that's not the critical. I'm in trouble.
I can't see the person, so I can't use my reaction to defend you.
And then 1 point
What a difference.
of poison damage. And roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, we set off a trap.
You guys haven't had to face one of these yet.
17.
Okay. You feel the bolt hit you very painfully, and you kind of feel this like this like pulse, like it's trying to like, and you kind of just like, ugh, and you kind of will it away. The second one, you take 8 points of piercing damage, and you take 3 points of poison damage.
Our healer's about to die.
You guys are level 6. You got plenty of hit points.
Jace's got a 45.
Not any longer.
It's not Rowan. Rowan be dead already.
True.
Rowan.
I remembered
Speaking
last
of
time
dead.
in this beard. Speaking of dead, Rowan gets shot by 1, does 45 damage.
Yes.
18 does hit him.
He would have been flourishing.
Wasn't a crit. Just comes down the stairs.
He wasn't flourishing yet, and no one was doing anything. Theoden got his shield up. That's about it.
I do not have the proper spells equipped for this.
So
And then
I got you, Pete. Just throw the fire puppy out.
I was like, oh, I can cast some things that'll give us a defense down. Nope, I unequipped those. Oh, I can. Nope, I don't have. Oh,
Okay. So Rowan takes he takes 4 points of piercing damage and 3 points of healing. Oh, Jace, you need to make another Constitution save because you got
For
hit
the second
twice.
bolt.
Yeah, for the second bolt.
14.
Okay. You, as you get hit again, you get hit in the arm, and you feel like your arm starts to go numb.
Ooh, this is a high DC poison here. Uh-oh.
And you feel like you've been hit by some poison. So
Okay.
so
Friends, I'm not feeling too
on
well.
your conditions, go ahead and mark that you're poisoned.
Okay.
Okay. So Rowan also needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Does somebody want to do that for him? I can do it if you don't have it up.
You said Rowan?
Yeah. He has no modifier, by the way.
Oh, and I give him a 9.
Okay. So Rowan is also poisoned.
Sorry, Rowan. I will not roll for you anymore. I promise. I'm only gonna roll for Theoden. That way, I'll only kill Theoden on accident. Unless we're rolling for stealth, because I want to actually pass one of those.
Okay.
I'll roll for somebody else.
So, let's see. And then I said Lee, right? Yeah, Lee.
Yes. Yes. Finally.
Oh, sorry, rolled a 5. It doesn't hit
Natural
you.
20.
Yes. Give it to me.
Okay.
Can you catch a natural 20?
I can. As I don't think I will because it'll probably do more damage. But
That's right.
So
I
that
have
is
potential.
20 points of damage. I'm not kidding.
Okay,
I
so
rolled two
if I
10s.
roll a 10 on this, then I catch it.
Well, hold, you have to take half. You have to do half the damage.
No. If I roll, I get 10 plus 10, 1d10 plus 10.
Oh, so he has to roll.
So if I
he
roll a
has to get
10 plus 10, then I can catch it.
Oh, okay. And you're rolling it with a what?
a D10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 10. So I did not. I got 14
Okay.
total. So that I would take 6 points of damage.
Okay. So you don't. You reach up to catch it. You don't quite catch it, but you do deflect it enough that it does not do its full damage. But you do still need to make a Constitution save.
Does it do any additional poison damage too?
Oh, yes, it does.
Just giving you
Just
points.
one.
I should
One
have kept
point.
my mouth shut.
No. Thanks for your honesty. 1 point of poison damage.
Oh wow, that's a strong 4. So I'm gonna be poisoned.
You also are poisoned.
Jeez.
You start to feel your hand go numb where you deflected it and it cut you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So everyone roll initiative.
$15.
19.
13.
Is it initiative ability check?
No. No, it's not.
I don't think so.
It's not.
Okay.
No.
Then I got
Oh,
a
wait.
21.
Wait. Oh, never mind. Everybody should have actually been doing +2 to
Ooh.
their Constitution
Saves?
saving throw.
Ooh,
But see,
that would have bumped me up to
your-
a 6.
Your aura is not active by default.
What do you mean?
You have
It's
the
not
aura.
a spell. Yeah.
It's not something that's just always on, is what I'm saying. And since you have not declared that you had it on, they would not have gotten the +2.
I don't know what I need to do to turn it on because it doesn't actually give me an option
Let's see.
or tell me to do anything.
It's a spell, right?
No.
I think it's just an active ability.
hmm Yeah, it's automatically on me. I don't have to do anything
Let's see.
because it automatically gives me +2 bonuses on saves automatically in my saving throws, and I didn't have to do anything except level up. I can go look on the spell itself.
Okay. Nope, that's good. That's good. So what that will mean is that Jace is not poisoned, but
The other two rolled pretty
Lee and
well, yeah.
Rowan are still poisoned. So
Okay.
the DC was 15. So since he rolled a 14, he was able to beat it. So
I just remember
you're
that.
right.
I told you it would come in
Well,
at some point.
some auras are
Yeah.
cast like a spell. Yours does say
Gotcha.
while you are conscious. So
Oh, okay, yeah. I was just looking it up.
no, that's
maybe
perfect.
maybe since I have disadvantage on everything, y'all will be able to keep up with me in this fight.
Indeed.
I think I was about to cure you.
So okay. So really quickly, let's get a little music here. Actually,
I got a 13. Did you get my initiative, by the way?
No, I didn't. Sorry, give me 1 second. This is not a normal combat encounter, so
14.
Okay, hold on.
Just make my head sweat.
Anybody get above a 20?
21.
Okay. All right, and then let's see. Who got below that? Like 15
Me.
to
For
20.
me.
19.
I had a 15.
And I had a 13.
Rowan got a 7.
Ouch. Nobody rolled for Rowan anymore. Poor Rowan.
Wait,
Jace,
actually,
you
I
got a
might be
15,
wrong.
you said?
Yeah.
Oh, he
15.
gets a pretty good modifier to his, I believe.
Yeah, he does get
Plus 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he got
He got
7.
11. Oh, 7.
No, he got 7 still.
Oh, you rolled a 3? Oh, wow. Ouch.
Theoden, what'd you get? 14? Theoden, what did you get? 14?
13, yes. 13, sorry. I rolled a 12 and I had +1. Because I got that super dex.
Okay. So, before we start combat, I will allow 2 of you to make perception checks. No advantage, just
got-
perception checks.
Okay.
Probably 2 of you that are not poisoned.
Okay. I'll roll.
I got an 18.
Okay.
I got a 19
Oh, actually, Jace, you got to roll with disadvantage.
because you can't see.
Sorry.
Oh,
I rolled a
It's fine.
19 though.
Okay.
9.
All right. Theoden, you notice that there are 2 crossbows that have popped up out of barrels in opposite corners
In this room we're in.
in this room you're in. And they're in opposite corners. So the furthest from you in the corner, in both corners. And there
Okay, I
is
see.
this crossbow contraption there.
One here, one here.
Mm-hmm. And you still hear this kind of like whirring tick 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 that's going on. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, first it is Lee's turn. Lee, roll. Roll another Constitution save with disadvantage.
And add 2.
Ooh, that is 16.
Okay.
Plus your 2.
Yeah.
You are
12
still
plus 2 plus 2.
you are still poisoned, but it does not take any further effect.
Okay. Do I see anything?
You would like if Theoden pointed it out, you would see the 2 crossbows here.
I did. I would have said something.
Yeah.
Hey, keep your wits about you. There are
Um,
crossbows there and there.
Rowan, somebody roll for Rowan to a Constitution save with
Nope.
disadvantage.
Ain't doing that. Ain't doing
I'll
that.
roll for it. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Yeah, really not good. So he got a
He has a 0.
6.
Ooh.
You got a 6.
100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the buff from.
That's fine. I just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way, even though his turn's not yet. So.
Sorry, Austin.
Should have showed up.
He's sick in real life, so it works.
Slaying
That's
hook.
right. That's
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so Lee, you're first. What would you like to do? You still feel the effects of poison, but it has not taken any further effect on you. However, you do feel a little sluggish, and your movement is cut in half.
It's a good thing. this
Dang
room
it!
is pretty
I
small.
just have Theoden's movement now. I'm gonna move to the door and try to force open the door.
Well, there's no door. There's 2 doorways.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the doorway then.
Which one? The one on the far corner, or that one? Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I can see. Is there one over here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the one down here.
Okay. So you go to that one. What do? Do you look in?
Yes.
Okay. You look in, and you see there is a room that is, hold on one second. Okay. You see a room that is fairly open, but it's still pitch black. You see a couple barrels and a couple shelves in the doorway, or down the room.
Okay. I'm going to turn and attack the
Okay.
bow right there.
Roll for an attack, and with disadvantage. You're feeling sluggish.
Yeah. I'm using my dagger.
Okay.
So that is a 12 with disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not too hard. I mean, it's
Okay.
it's a pop-up turret kind of thing. But roll for damage.
I'm going to use a key point and deal an extra 6 or extra 1d6 damage also.
Okay.
And I'm doing this with my needle of mending.
Yes, absolutely.
So that is going to be 14 points of damage for the first strike.
Okay.
Then
So
take
you
the
hit
second one.
And you see it kind of like shudder, like this like device shudders. Go ahead, roll again.
With disadvantage. Oh, that would have been a really good one. It's still pretty high though. 6 plus 8.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it
14.
again. Yeah.
So 1d6. That's going to be 5 plus 5, 10 points of damage.
Okay. So with your second hit, this crossbow is you could tell it was kind of in the process of reloading. Some mechanical device was reloading it, and but you hit it and you completely knock it off the turret, and it sparks a little bit for a second, and you feel like it's been disabled.
Then I'm going to move as close as I can in front of everybody else and expend a. No, I'm not going to do another key point. I'm just going to move because I can't get to the other turret with my movement.
Where are you going? Sorry.
I can't go to the other turret, can I?
If you have 25, you can. Right? Spend it 10.
Yeah, you could get
where's
there.
that?
Okay, then I'll
but
do
you don't-
unarmed.
Okay. Yeah, because you got your extra one. So.
Bonus action. Unarmed strike, that's going to be 10.
Okay. So you're just up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does 10 hit?
10 does not hit.
Okay. That is my
So-
turn.
You feel the effects of the poisons left you a little weak, and you hit it, and it doesn't damage it necessarily. So, all right. Next we have Pete.
Are these wooden? Like, what are the rope mechanisms made of? Is it wire or rope?
Can't tell from here.
All right.
I mean,
well,
you're it's in pitch black. You have goggles on so you can see it, but you just get kind of shades of gray. You don't really see. I mean, you can kind of guess what some of the construction might be made of, but it's a
Okay.
guess from this far away.
well, I'm just gonna kind of move to this corner of my space, and I'm gonna cast. What was it? Produce flame, and throw a produce flame at the thing, and hope that it can catch whatever it is on fire.
Okay. Roll an attack.
What is mine?
It basically becomes a firebolt at that point.
Yeah. +6. Come on, +6. That's a 7 + 6. 13.
Okay, that hits.
Great. I do 2d8 damage with this now because level
Ooh.
6. Well, it was actually level 5, but that's going to be. Wow. It's going to be 12 damage for that.
Okay, so you hit it with your firebolt, and you see, it goes, and it kind of catches it. It's still winding. You can tell it's not like crossbow strings that are doing this, but that it is kind of caught fire a little bit, and you can tell it's damaged.
Good.
Anything else?
I don't know that I can do anything else. I'm looking at my bonus action. I really don't think there's anything else that I can do.
Okay. It is now this crossbow. You finally hear like a click as it reloads, and it is going to attack. Lee, it's going to attack you again.
I knew it attacked the only person outside of my shield.
Be right back.
However, you are so close to it already that as it turns to try to track you, it fires and just over your shoulder, pings into the wall. You're kind of, ping into that stone behind you and stick in. Actually, sorry.
It's got one more attack.
It has 2 attacks.
Dang it. Hold on. Maybe I can catch it.
Yeah. Actually, Theoden, it goes for you.
It's okay.
17, it comes in and deflects it off your shield. Congratulations.
It's my lucky hat.
Oh, I see you have a pink hat. Oh, that's fantastic.
That'll be
I
it.
just saw that. Okay, so now it is Jace's turn.
Oh. All right. All right. First off, got a scene it there. I'm just gonna pull up and take a shot with my crossbow at it.
Okay, fire away.
Get 12.
Okay, that hits.
Oh, cool. Okay.
it's a stationary target.
It hits for 7 or no 10.
10. Okay, so you see it fire at Lee, and you raise your crossbow and take a shot, and you hit it right in just the perfect spot, and it just and kind of like you see a spark, and it like kind of falls apart just right there. So.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to reach up and grab that arrow or that bolt that's still kind of sticking out. And I'm not going to pull it out. Well, I am. All right. So I'm just going to pull it out, and I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll if you're healing. With that, and the reason for initiative comes to a close. So.
I like how you worded that.
Hey,
Yes.
just wondering.
Yes.
Wouldn't you want to cast? Oh, you did it as a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
It's just bonus action.
I was like, Cure Wounds does more, but yeah,
And it was
bonus action.
11. Yeah.
So.
And he'll
Okay. So, combat, as it were, comes to an end. You, Lee, and Rowan. Rowan actually failed his. So as combat comes to a close and you see that, Rowan says, I think I'm having a hard time, and you see him fall over. He is still poisoned, as are you, Lee. However, because he failed, he is currently paralyzed.
Mm.
And I'll
Lee,
walk over to him.
Go ahead and roll 2 more Constitution saves.
I'm gonna go stand next to Theoden.
Okay.
You're within range. It's 10 feet. So
So that is 17 plus 4, so 21.
Okay. Hold on. Are these disadvantaged?
Yeah, I was
of
about to say I have to do it at disadvantage.
Yep.
I have a question.
So that is 12.
Okay.
So 1 fail. Natural 20, but that doesn't matter. And another fail.
Okay. So you also feel the effects take hold and you become paralyzed. So, Pete, what was your question?
I did just purchase some antitoxin from Zendasa. Is this poison?
It is poison.
Great. I'm gonna use whatever time I can to use that antitoxin on both of these guys.
Okay. How many doses do you have?
You did not specify.
So like a bajillion.
Yeah.
All of
I'm
them.
pretty sure I had that number
For
come
the
out.
prices,
Yeah.
I think I only gave you one.
Okay, I spent 25 gold pieces for antitoxin.
Yeah, it was just one. So
1 million. 1 million
But
doses. I heard that.
you want to use it? Who do you use it on?
I will heal whoever you don't.
Yeah.
So you pick who you love more, and I'll get the other one.
If it's just a matter of healing them, I'd rather do that than, this was kind of expensive.
Well, I mean, they
Wow,
are
put a price
poisons.
on their life. Wow.
it's fine. I'll say I got
Well,
this,
how
and
many-
I'll
hold on,
walk
how-
up to each one of them, and I'll cast lesser restoration to heal them.
Okay.
Whatever.
So mark off your spells.
Well, but are you
I'll
all right?
use both.
Because you took poison damage, right? Or do you still
no,
feeling it?
He took poison damage,
No.
but he made his save because of the +2.
Yeah,
So he
gotcha.
didn't get poisoned.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm okay.
Okay, so with that, you do recover from the poison, and both of you feel your limbs unlock, and you're able to get up and start to move about a little bit more. What is your
Yes.
cure? What does your lesser restoration look like?
You
Jeez.
touch a creature and can end either one disease or one
No.
condition.
What does it
inflicting
look like?
Oh, got you. My bad.
It is also good to know what it does, though.
I just walk over and I lay my hand on them, and you can just see a surge of light kind of go through their veins, as all the darkness kind of being eradicated out of it.
Okay, so as you go ahead.
I have a question.
Okay.
Is Rowan so Lee failed his as well, right?
Yeah.
So they're both paralyzed.
Basically, they
and
each had to make
poisoned?
3. Like, so the way I made the poison, they had to make 3 Constitution saves while they were poisoned. If they failed any of them, they became paralyzed.
So they're both paralyzed and poisoned.
Well, yeah, the poison doesn't do continued damage other than it does do the effects of, like, disadvantage on whatever. But
Disadvantage.
it slows them.
Right. The
And
reason
gives
I
them-
asked is
so-
because in that case, just for being honest, Jeff would have to cast 4 lesser restorations.
Right, because I can only heal just the paralyzed or
He can
the
only pick
poison.
one condition affecting him, so he'd have to.
Well,
cast
for this intents and purposes, when he heals the poison, the paralysis goes away. So
that was the question. Okay,
that's how
cool,
I'm
cool.
going to treat it. So
Works.
Okay.
I do appreciate the honesty, though.
I'm trying to learn cleric because I'm playing.
So,
Yeah.
but
Right.
no, because this is a poison-based paralysis,
Gotcha.
when he
So once he
heals
gets
the
rid of the
poison,
poison, the
then
paralysis.
they're no longer. Yeah, the poison was
Right,
the
okay.
paralytic. So
Gotcha.
some may argue that you would have to do 4, but no, I'm just.
I'm
doing it
fairly
now.
confident it's DM rules.
Yep, exactly.
Right, that's fair.
Okay, so you reach down with your hand, Jace, and you see the rest of you see being so dark down here because there's no light, except for what's coming from the trapdoor. It's very bright all of a sudden, and it's this kind of purplish white divine energy that comes out, and it kind of flows over Jace and Lee, and you see it kind of like seek out the wound that they get and kind of disappear in them, and then they move again and stand up. I mean,
Now,
and are healed.
who's hurt for?
Thank you, Jace.
Who's hurt and for how much?
Don't mention this.
I'm hurt for 17. That doesn't seem right. No, 7. Okay, that makes more
Yes.
sense.
And what's Rowan hurt for?
Rowan's pretty hurt.
Okay, so
Rowan got hit.
I kept
by-
refreshing the character sheet, and that is I forgot.
Actually, no. Rowan only got hit once. But Jace, you took a bunch of damage.
Yeah, I took a bunch. I healed myself up a little bit too. But I'm still down, what, 15? That's terrible math.
Rowan
13.
says, if we want to save our abilities, we do have some health potions.
No. The reason I'm asking is how much Lee's 7? How much is Rowan?
Rowan is he also is 7. So
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over. I'm going to put my one hand on Rowan, one hand on Jace. I'm going to heal them both with my lay on hands,
Okay.
which you said you were 15 down heals?
I'm 17. I can't do
17,
math.
okay. 17 on Jace, and then I'm going to do 7 on Rowan, and then I'm going to walk over and do 6 on Lee. And that will eat my entire
lay on hands. All right.
All right.
Because
So
it
you
is
guys-
30 now.
It is 30.
Thank you.
So you guys are is that heal you all up to full?
Except
Yeah.
for Lee. I think Lee's missing.
Yeah, I'm 1
health
point
hit
away.
point. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool. So then we'll come back.
I haven't
in.
gotten to use lay on hands yet. So
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect.
I figure
Mark-
it saves Jace some
Jeff,
spell slots.
Yeah, exactly. All
Right, yeah.
So mark off your lay on hands.
Did
Um,
I'm
Perfect.
deleted.
Perfect. You guys are good. Okay, so you now see also with that light, you did see that there is a you did actually see that this is actually a doorway, but it's also a tunnel.
I also cast Produce Flame, and
Okay. Yeah, you
it
light up
lights
the
up.
space.
It lights up 10 feet in bright light and 10 feet in dim.
Yeah, you can see fully in the area now.
Thank you.
So
Third would probably walk into the other room just to make sure there's no other
Yeah.
threats in there.
And I would probably, with my offhand, pull out a torch as well, and that way I can kind of walk with Third.
okay. So you walk with Theoden with the torch, and
Mhm.
you get to the other room, and you see all of this. You also see over in the corner that you couldn't see earlier, Lee. You do see some more barrels and a table and a body.
Okay. Third's gonna go check out the body.
Okay.
Just I'll be there as well.
If I need to roll investigation, is that what I need to do?
Yeah. Roll investigation.
And can I help?
Okay, so advantage is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Do not throw it on the ground. I will not take that nat 20, but I will roll another one anyway. Hoo-ah, for honesty.
You realize that it is the dark-haired dwarf that you're pretty sure you are seeking.
No, not a fellow dwarf.
He
What? So you're
looks
going
like
to kill
he's
him
been
anyway?
dead for a number of days. You're not sure.
Can I
Can
go
we
ahead?
tell if he has wounds or anything?
Oh yeah, you rolled a natural 20 to investigate on him, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want anything he's got on him.
You find about 18 gold and 5 copper. Or excuse me, 5 silver. And you find a dagger. And you find a kind of rusty short sword. And that's all.
No letters, no nothing like that on him.
No
Nothing
letters, no
okay.
nothing.
I'm gonna investigate in here in the crossbow mechanisms and see if I can find any more of those crossbow bolts with poison on them, or if they had like something that they were. loaded
Pete's,
with
Pete's holding
poison.
his flame there for you guys.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Just making sure y'all
That's
can
good.
see.
It's good. And I will investigate like the table area and stuff.
Okay,
whether there's
go for
anything
it.
on it.
I'll give him help as well doing that since we just.
You wanna? Rowan's gonna come up and help me.
So you're looking at the table. Are you guys
15.
investigating any of the crates or barrels or anything?
At this
well,
point,
yeah.
I just walked up to check at the table, see if there's anything on the table.
Okay.
I think I'm
I will
generally
check all that if
I'm generally just trying to stay in a place where everyone can see.
I mean, I guess
Well,
I'll check
everyone's
that
being
stuff
on a
while he's
flight.
checking the table then. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 15 for the table.
For the table, you see there's some old papers on there. You do see what looks like some manifests that are pretty close to the smuggled goods that were taken out. As far as like how many of each, kind of thing.
I need to roll again for the.
Yeah, go ahead and roll again. And then Lee, what did you roll?
I'm gonna roll. What did I roll, or
What did you roll, or have you rolled yet?
I haven't? Do
Okay,
I have?
yeah, go ahead and roll
Is Rowan
investigation.
helping me?
Yeah, Rowan will probably help you out with that.
That's typically what he does.
He likes to do that. He's very helpful.
Very helpful.
All right.
Pete is
don't know
standing in the
about that.
doorway with flames in either hand.
Yeah, Pete is just kind of throwing light, and well, Jace I think has a torch, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I brought a torch with me.
Hey,
he's probably
a
holding the
six-
light out for these guys.
A 6 and an 18. So I'm gonna take that 18.
All right, so you search the barrels around the crossbow, and you find most of them are empty. They're what looks like they had held like maybe some blasting powder. So there's like you could tell there's like little bits of leftover powder in it. Not a lot. I mean, if it caught fire, it probably would have just like fizzle and burn out. Wouldn't be enough to like cause an explosion or anything. The mechanisms there, you realize were basically set to trigger when motion entered the basement area here. Looking around, you find there is a lever just inside this doorway. Right there. So, that probably was for that.
Crossbows.
Yeah, for the crossbows.
Okay.
So, like, you heard the ticking for a minute. Someone who knew probably would have been able to cross the room and turn it off before they fired, but you didn't.
Gotcha.
You didn't check for traps.
Yeah.
Theoden, what did you roll?
A 12.
A 12. So you've got your hammer and you're like, you hit the top of the barrel. The first one's empty. Hit the second one. You actually see what looks like some gold actually in the second one.
Like a full barrel of gold. That's great. I'm not.
It's not a full barrel, but you see some glittering at the bottom of it there. And you hit another one. Doesn't seem to be anything in there. Then you hit another one, and it explodes a cloud of vapor into the room. I need you and Jace to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Man, I'm not over there.
Is this
I'll stay in the doorway.
poison? Is this poison?
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Well, I have resistance
fail.
to poison, so I just need to know if I like what that does.
It is poison.
8.
Okay.
8.
I'll take an 18. Well, you get +2 as well.
That was with the +2.
Oh,
It was a real bad roll.
I have 18 + 4, so 22.
Okay. So you start to cough, and what was yours, Theoden?
22.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. So you start to cough, and you and you kind of like back up, and you like start breathing, and you don't feel any effect. Jace, you start to feel the effect, and you start to feel this poison that you're pretty sure is the same poison. Roll a Constitution
again.
save.
That's the new stuff.
That'd be another 8.
Okay, so immediately
Jace is gonna die.
Roll
Jace-
back-to-back 5s.
Jace immediately Jace goes. "Whoa."
Jace is the only one that can cleanse this stuff.
I mean, we can. He's just paralyzed. We can heal him.
Yeah. So what do you as you see this, right? So Pete, you're standing in the doorway, and all of a sudden you start to see this kind of like fog of poison rolling across the room towards you. And
Lights it on
Let
fire.
me check if there's anything I can do.
it
other
is
than just, like-
expanding in the room. What are you guys doing?
This would be a great time for me. I hold my breath, and I'm gonna go like signal to third and like help me grab him, and try to like grab heels. And
I mean,
pull
I'll
him
just,
to the next room.
grab Jace and drag him out.
Okay. All right. So you drag Jace out. This
And I'm like
room
this.
continues to fill with this poison smoke. And it does start to kind of come out into this other room.
I
as you
cast-
slowly-
I cast Healing Spirit,
Okay.
so that anyone within whatever range automatically heals per couple of seconds, so that if any of us go down, we'll just continuously heal.
Okay. Now that's just healing hit points, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That way, if we go down, we'll still be okay.
So I'll say that's your healing spirit for now.
I'm gonna
Is it 10
start
foot radius?
dipping down that staircase.
So you go down the staircase. You start going down the staircase. It's not a very deep staircase. It goes probably about another 10 feet down and then hits a level path. And then it starts going to the right. Do you continue following it, or do you stay there?
I'm just watching the cloud, and as the cloud gets closer, I'm gonna start keeping my distance away from it.
Okay. So the cloud does start filling this entire space. What do you guys do? Do you try to exit either through...
Is it going downstairs?
Is the cloud going downstairs?
Yeah.
I mean, it's... From what you can tell, it is starting to fill this entire space.
Okay.
So you can try to exit that way, or you can try to go back up through the ladder.
Go down the stairs.
Okay. Is everyone going together?
Well, I'm grabbing Jace at this point.
No, I'm going the other way. I'm going wherever they take me.
You don't have a choice.
yeah,
Jace.
sure.
I'm dragging Jace.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he's dragging Chase downstairs, I'm
Okay.
commanding my healing spirit, like we're
So
all just
you-
following, so everyone stays.
Sure. So you guys take off down this tunnel, okay? And you keep going. Lee is leading the way. Roll a perception check.
Real quick, did he find out how the dwarf died?
He did not. Oh yeah, he did.
Okay.
There was some wounds on him, but it didn't look like he had been in a fight.
Okay. I got a 10 for perception check.
Okay. So you keep going for probably 50 feet. And then all of a sudden it starts to rise. And you come upon another ladder. Going up.
I'm gonna head up the ladder.
Okay. So you
Everyone
go up the
heals
ladder.
for 1d6 if they have damage by this point, I think.
Okay.
Mm.
So
gonna toss-
you basically are back to full health, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna toss Jace over my shoulder and try to climb.
Okay. Roll an athletics check with disadvantage because you're carrying him.
Can I help by like trying to push?
Sure, I'll let it be without disadvantage, so it's just a straight roll.
Oh, so just my first roll. Okay. Athletics plus 7, so that is it was 9 plus 7, 16.
Yeah, you're struggling, but together you guys push him up out, and you go up another 15 feet or so. You push open this door, and you realize that you are outside of the city wall in this secluded, kind of hidden little grotto that would then lead to the mountain path going up to your base.
Did no one else think to hold their breath?
Why?
Come on.
Why?
For poison. The poison breath. Look, heals it. Jesus.
Didn't bother me.
I don't know what's wrong with you, but we've got other people that have already taken damage. Why not just be safe about it?
I was dragging a body. If I stopped breathing, I'd probably die too.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, I'm gonna lay down in the grass.
All right. The sun is shining. It's late afternoon. You're able to relax for a second, breathe the fresh air. You do not see any poison coming out of the hole. It seems to have released all of the poison that was in the barrel. So you all are there in this grotto, and Jace is paralyzed, and that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
And also you're gonna have to use your toxin on him.
Yeah, wait to see how long it takes for the poison to wear off. Just kidding.
I mean, I'm not dragging him around anymore, so.
And so we take a short rest.
Put me in my bed.
It's okay. I will summon my steed.
Jason, give us a thumbs up if you want us to fix you now.
We'll summon it next time, so get a description ready.
Yeah, okay. I'll look at that between now and then. That'd be a good way to haul him around.
Because it takes a while. So
it takes 10 minutes to cast it.
So, all right. Well, thank you all for joining us this evening. I hope you guys enjoyed the trapped house.
I found a cool hat.
It's fun.
You did find a cool hat. You didn't even know if it does
I'm getting the
anything.
long-needed rest.
It's a pink cool hat with a feather. I don't care.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, all right. Well,
All right.
once again, thank you all for joining us. We hope that you have a fantastic rest
I
of
didn't
your
even
week.
grab the gold out of that barrel. Dang, I'm mad now.
We can go back.
Gonna have to go back, I guess.
Oh, I will.
I mean, we have an easy way to get there,
I
evidently.
want to know what's in the chest. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, thank you all for joining us. Good night, and God bless.
God bless.